Shalom, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, giving all praises, glory, and honor to the Most High God Yahweh, Vashim Mashiach, Wamalak Yahweh Shai. Salaki. Trying to get the brother in here. God. Shalom, shalom, family. Hope everybody having a mighty day. Let's see. God. There you go.
Shalom,
God,
King.
Shalom. Say, man, just coming today with a quick daily bread, just coming through the spirit. And kind of today's daily bread kind of come from me and the brother Zabiala from Chicago yesterday, just talking, while he was at my house, and we was watching Family Matters, and we got to talking about, some of the cast on like where they at now kind of stuff, and we was looking into it, and the girl Myra that Steve was dating, man, found out that she actually passed back in '98. And what happened was, it was crazy because we was looking into the details, and she never drank, she never smoked, and she was a vegetarian. So she actually took care of her temple, but yet the Lord made her die out of nowhere, out of this cancer that's a rare cancer. I had to write it down. It was called intra-abdominal desmoplastic small round tumor cell. It, hey man, it just show you how much that, hey, any day could be your last, man. You never know when it's gonna happen. I even got a family member that happened to, that they had a healthy temple, but yet the Lord still took them out from something that they never really saw coming. So I'm gonna kick it off with Lamentations chapter 3 and verse number 22. Say, it is of the Lord's mercies that we are not consumed, because his compassions fail not. They are new every morning. Great is thy faithfulness. And we already know through the scriptures that it say, hey, this is the day that the Lord has made. We'll rejoice and be glad in it, man. His mercies fail not. It's only of the Most High that we even wake up on a daily basis, man. So the Lord can straight take you out in your sleep. You can leave the house, not make it home, and you can step outside and all hell could break loose. You never even left your house. You never went to work. You never made it to your destination. Anything can happen at any given moment, man. So I'm gonna read verse 23 again. They are new every morning. Great is thy faithfulness. So you need to be faithful in the Lord on a daily basis, because we get that grace, man. We get another chance to get it right every damn day when most high willing that we wake up, man. But you got it.
Khan, that's right. And like you was touching on earlier, you never know when the Lord gonna take you out, whether it be for good or whether it be for bad. Right? I'm gonna get this real quick in the book of Genesis, chapter 5, and verse number 24. It says, and Enoch walked with God, and he was not, for God took him. Right? So God took him because of all the evil that he's seen upon in the earth, man. Enoch we jump up to the verse right before it, said all the days of Enoch were 365 years. This was a short time to live compared to everybody else living 1,000 years, 900
Yeah.
years, right?
Hey,
They would have said, man, hey, the good die young. Hey, but the Lord translated him and took him out of this wicked place, right? So even on the right hand side, you have when the Lord take the righteous out of here, because he don't want his righteous being defiled by all the wickedness upon earth. But you have on the left hand side of not knowing that day or hour because you're not keeping watch, right? You're not being prudent, right? And you're not taking advantage of the Lord's mercy, right? By repenting every day, right? By praying every day, by giving thanks unto the Lord every day, right? This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 8 and verse number 8. It said, there is no man that had power over the spirit to retain the spirit, right? So if the Lord want to take that spirit from you, and you're never going to get it back. It's up
right.
to the Lord whether you have that spirit by your works, by the fruit that you have, right? Let me get this real quick in Matthew. I believe it's Matthew 7. Um, yeah, this is the book of Matthew, chapter 7, and verse number 16. It says, ye shall know them by their fruits. right? So you're gonna know men by their fruits, by their actions, and by their works. Same way, hey, the Lord knows us by our actions and by our works, right? And if you don't have fruit, like the brother said, if you don't have fruit and you just have damn all leaves, hey, the Lord's gonna cast you down. You're gonna take that spirit from. Hey, the Lord has no use for a tree, right? That's supposed to yield fruit and it doesn't, right?
I got
You're gonna
I
get
got a
hewn
point.
down. Good.
I was like, even when it come to growing plants, like a lot of plants, the male and female plants, both of them don't actually produce. So if you got I think it's the male that's the one that's not actually making more fruit. It ain't nothing you could do with it. That plant is just scrapped. So you can only use the female. You know what I'm saying? The Lord can actually use. He only gonna use what's fruitful. If not, like you say, he just gonna cast you away. You pointless. But you got it.
Right, and I'm gonna finish off in Ecclesiastes 8:8. It says, "There is no man that hath power over the spirit to retain the spirit, neither hath power in the day of death." You can't control your day of death, right? Again, you
Right.
don't know that day that's planned out. It's gonna be March 5th and 2030, right? It doesn't say that, right? To the hour and to the no man knows, because if you knew, right, you would be on your A game, man. You would be doing everything you need to do. You'd be prudent. You'd be setting family affairs in order, right? You'd probably be studying more. You'd be praying more. You would be giving alms more. You would be doing all that you can do, knowing that that day is near. So likewise, not knowing, well, you have to do that now. It's just the worldly saying, you have to live every day like it's your last, right? And you have to do that on the right hand side, not the left hand side, just getting high, getting drunk, and just freaking off in the midst of the night. It says, and where is no discharge in that war, neither shall wickedness deliver those that are given to it. Right? So again, you just have to be prudent, right? Not knowing that day or that hour. But I yield.
It's like I'm just responding to sis in the chat. Kanye, brother, making mighty points, man. I'm gonna go to Job chapter 9 and 22. Cause don't think just because you keep commandments that you gonna be saved automatically, man. That's what's wrong with the churches. They taught our people that, hey, no matter what you do, no matter what you say, no matter what you think, that you just automatically gonna get salvation. Job chapter 9 and verse number 22 said, "This is one thing, therefore I said it. He destroyeth the perfect and the wicked." So, just because you keep commandments don't even mean that you guarantee the spot, man. Because when it comes to that hour of temptation, when it comes to that day when your house shot coming like a thief in the night, hey, you can be like Peter and deny the Lord, man. Right at the cock crowing. You was righteous all up until that very last second, and then you drop the ball, man. You got to look at it like sports. I said you can have a wonderful game, man. You sitting there, every shot you've been making, every block attempt you've been getting it, every you've been getting every assist. I was like, but then it came to that game winning shot. The game was tied 99-99 in the last 5 seconds, and you let somebody swipe the ball right up off you, man. Straight get a steal, and you was only mid court, so they was able to turn right around and Steph Curry that thing, shoot it in. Hey, and guess what? So you lost, man. You don't want to be on the left hand side of that, man. You don't want to get destroyed, man. I'm gonna go to First Thessalonians chapter 5 and verse 3, because this is serious business in this walk, man. That's You can't just be saved just off of your faith, and you can't be saved just off of your works either. The two gotta go hand in hand. First Thessalonians chapter 5 and verse number 3. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. So as soon as you think that everything is groovy, everything gravy, you just kicking back. Hey, that's the what's wrong with this world now, man. That's the Amos 6 is going to woe unto them that's at ease, man. Everybody think that everything is just at ease. The economy can't get no better. Jobs are getting better. And people get money in their bank account, so they kind of sitting back, just waxing fat off of the wine of Babylon, man. But not knowing that death is right around the corner. I'm gonna read that again. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction. So as soon as you get that bread, that you've been waiting all this time for. You've been hustling and bustling. I was just watching WFI Virginia a minute ago. It was a brother talking about, I'm in the stocks, so I make this happen, I make that happen, and it's like you dependent on them stocks, but hey, we don't run the stock market. Stock market can crash at any moment, and guess what? That's gone, man. Sudden destruction come upon you. So you don't want to, base your life, and base your profits out of anything of this world, man, because the Lord can take it, just like that, man. And I'm gonna go to Luke, get some words of Yahushua in this thing. Luke chapter 12, and I'm gonna start at verse number 4. It said, and I say unto you, my friends, be not afraid of them that kill the body, and after that have no more that they can do. But I will forewarn you whom ye shall fear. Fear him which hath, which after he hath killed hath power to cast into hell. Yea, I say unto you, fear him. So you don't even want to just be tripping off the things of the world. Even when destruction come upon you, hey, like Sirach 2 say, you got to prepare your soul for temptation when you come to serve the Lord, man. The Lord can take away all these physical things. None of this stuff matter. Yahweh said, take no thought for what ye shall eat and drink the next day, man. You can't worry about nothing in this world. You got to worry about this moment, because everything you do, it could be your last moment. And then you're going to have to be judged for everything that you done did, man. And you don't want your soul to be cast out into utter darkness, into that lake of fire, all because you gave up at the last second. But you
That's
got it.
right. That's right. I'm actually go back to the First Thessalonians chapter 5, and I'm gonna start at verse 5. It says, "Ye are the children of light and the children of day." Right. So we're the ones, right, that has this knowledge and this understanding. Right. Like the brother said, you don't want to fall from light back into darkness. It says, "We are not of night nor darkness. Therefore, let us not sleep as others do." So those that are in darkness, that are encompassed about in it, and they sleep, right? They have no understanding of what's going on, right? And sleeping is symbolic. It also is being slothful, right? Being weary, being on that fence, going back and forth. Hey, the Lord said He's gonna spew a man out. Hey, that's lukewarm. It says, "For they that sleep in the night, and they that be drunken are drunken in the night. But let us who are of the day be sober, putting on the breastplate of faith and love, and for a helmet the hope of our salvation." Right. So you don't want to be weary, right, and end up backslide near the end, because even parabolic, going back into the fruit, right, of the trees growing, a man may appear that he's on fire, he's on the right track, because when a tree grows up, it doesn't sprout fruit. It sprouts the leaves first, sprouts the branches, right? It grows up and it may look good, but the end thereof, if it's not producing fruit, and I mean at the latter end, it didn't endure, right? Like it says, let me just get that real quick in Matthew, right? It didn't endure unto the end. This the book of Matthew, chapter 24 and verse 13. It says, "But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved." So even though you may have the qualities that look like you may have been on fire and things of that nature, you have to stay diligent throughout the whole process. Or at your latter end is going to be even worse than the beginning, right? So, because we don't know that day and we don't know that hour. Let me get real quick the book of James, chapter 4. Book of James, chapter 4, and verse number um, number 13. It says, "Go to now, ye that say, today or tomorrow we will go into such a city and continue there a year and buy and sell and get grain, whereas ye know not what shall be on the morrow." So you can't say from a year from now what you're gonna do. You don't know what tomorrow beholds, right? Also says that in I believe the book of Matthew, chapter 6 and verse number 34 on down. It says, "For what is your life? It is even as vapor that appears for a little time." Right. So the worldly time that we live on this earth is short. It can be here 1 minute and then it's gone next. Right. So uh we have to take take advantage of every opportunity, every day that we have to magnify the Lord's name, to glorify it, hey, to show more brotherly love, to show more sisterly love, and be more compassionate to one another, teaching fervently as Yahushua did, compelling our people, hey, to come back in. Right? It says, that appear for a little time, then vanisheth away. Right? So, hey, we don't want to vanish away at the latter end, because the Lord say, hey, some of you that are here today shall not taste death. And that second coming of Yahushua, we want to either be risen first with the dead in Christ, or we want to be able to endure unto the end, right, and have that same spot as the ones that are risen. Right? But are you okay?
God. I'm gonna go back to one of the points that I was making. I'm gonna stay in Matthew. I'm gonna go over to 6:24. It said, "No man can serve two masters, for either he will hate the one and love the other, or else he will hold to the one and despise the other. Ye cannot serve God and mammon. Therefore I say unto you, take no thought for your life, what ye shall eat or what ye shall drink, nor yet for your body, what ye shall put on. Is not the life more than meat, and the body more than raiment?" And hey, man, you got to think about that, because we kind of hold fast to our worldly possessions, man. We get kind of caught up in these things and feel like maybe these things can save us, but they not. Everything around you is honestly here to destroy you. It's to get you caught up into it, man. So where you love the furs of this life more than you love the Most High, man. That's why he said no man can serve two masters. Because if you got that good job, that 401k, you kind of got the big house, you got the nice car, and you get kind of caught up in them things. Even you may want to still go out and feed the sheep, but when you go back home, you kind of just sit back like, hey, look at all my riches, look at what I've done for myself. And then you get a spirit of pride on you, man. You get a spirit of covetousness, man. Because once you get one thing, once you hit one goal, you can't just stop there. You're gonna try to make another goal and another goal, and every year you're gonna do better. Hey, there's people out there. We always talk about people that make New Year's resolutions. Hey, but there's some people out here that actually do them New Year's resolutions, man. So then they be like, next year I'm gonna make it big. So this year, yeah, I plan on making 50,000 more than what I made last year, and then the next year I got to do 75. Next year gonna be 100, and they gonna continue to keep doing them things, man. But that's how we are. We storing our treasures up in heaven, man. We looking at the things that's coming from the Most High, uh, not the things of this earth. I'm gonna jump up a couple verses. Matthew 6:19. Lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth, where moth and rust doeth corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal. But lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust doeth corrupt, and where thieves do not break through nor steal. And if anybody kind of follow us, they kind of hear us say a line that an elder used to say that used to be out with us. Say, never seen a U-Haul behind a hearse, man, because you can't take none of this stuff with you. It this stuff is gonna creep up on you like a thief in the night, man. I'm gonna go to Revelations chapter 18 and verse number 8. Therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burned with fire, for strong is the Lord God who judgeth her. And these plagues, they can come up at any time, man. They gonna come. They gonna come quick. The Lord already said in Habakkuk 2 and 3. He said that. So I'm gonna just go ahead and get it. I don't even want to paraphrase it. So, but he kind of gave us a warning that these things was gonna happen quick. He didn't tell us to sit around and just wait for it and don't think that it's never gonna happen. He forewarned us of the things that come to pass. That's why, as the watchman, we gotta keep an eye on the times. We gotta stay alert of what's going on. That's the reason why the Lord told us watch, man. Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse number 3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. So the Lord, he don't deal with, just sitting around just waiting for stuff, man. He telling you kind of be circumspect. Like going into the title of this lesson, he said that any day could be the last, man. This could be it. And this is it. man. Like Michael Jackson last tour said, this is it. This could be your very last moment. And you want to be held accountable for the things that was in your past life, man. You want to have that gate when you want to have that lot when you get to the gates and you getting judged by your house that he able to bring up nothing but good works. Don't nobody want a book open, it ain't nothing but bad work, just spots and blemishes the whole time. You want to pull out like shoot, when we as kids, when you acting up at school, you was afraid for your parents to see that report card. It was like they showed you it already before you left school. You sit there the whole time you on the bus, kind of sweating, shaking. You get the tapping and you're like, man, I don't even want to go home. All right, though, I'm about to be in trouble when I get to this crib. My mama see this, man. Like that's how you should feel right now. In the spirit, you should be like, hey man, I should be getting it together. I do not want Yahweh Shai to say, depart from me, I never knew you, man. But I'm gonna get this last one. Matthew 25 and verse number 13. Watch therefore, for ye know neither the day nor the hour wherein the Son of Man cometh. That day is gonna come up out of nowhere, man. Said like I just brought out in Revelations 18, said that them plagues gonna come upon you in one day, man. It's gonna be death, it's gonna be famine, and World War III, and all the things that the pastors are not talking about because they not comely. Nobody wants to hear that the world is coming to an end. They rather watch movies about it, and fantasize on, hey, this is what I would do in that day. I'm gonna stock up this and I'm gonna stock up that, and I'd go to this place and that place. Hey, Second Ezra tell you that you ain't gonna be able to just go wherever you want, man. So in that day, you don't. I mean, just any given day, because you never know when your last day could be. You don't want to be. I know I said I was gonna bring the last one. I got one more. Revelations 2 and 5 said, remember therefore from whence thou art fallen, and repent and do the first works, or else I will come unto thee quickly and will remove that candlestick out of its place, except thou repent. And the church, they kind of made us to believe that, hey, it's just that last day when you know that you about to die, that you just sit there and be like, I repent, and the Lord just gonna forgive you everything. No, hey, you can get your candlestick removed out of any moment, man. And you don't want that to happen when you at your lowest point. The one day when you didn't have patience. That one day when you was murmuring. That one day when you hated somebody. That one day when you was lusting over brother white. That one day that you wanted to just freak off on the Sabbath day instead of go out there and feed the sheep. That one moment could be your last, man. But you got it.
That's right. That's right. Right, and I'm gonna go to the classic, man. Right, this is the book of Sirach, chapter 5 and verse number 7. It says, make no tarrying to turn to the Lord, and put not off from day to day. For
Right.
suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth. Right? So y'all that know this truth, right? Or you that have heard about this truth, right? You may be dealing with stuff. Don't put off from day to day casting down certain spirits, right? Casting down certain demons. You don't want to tarry because you don't know when the Lord's mercy, right? That day he may not have mercy upon you. That day the Lord may decide that I'm not showing this man no more. I gave him too many chances, and he's gonna root you out the land of the living, man. Or he's gonna take that spirit from you and give it to somebody else, and there you go, being back into the world. You can't tarry. You can't delay. You have to make haste, as David has said. Right? It said, and thy security thou shalt be destroyed. Right? So in that day that you're doing wickedness and sin, hey, that could be your last time sinning. Hey, that's the last willful sin that, hey, the Lord's gonna tolerate, man. Right? And that mercy, he's not gonna show and impute that mercy onto you. You're not David. You don't have the infinite mercies of David, man. Right? So hey, we have to diligently be watching and being prudent and casting off false spirits. It says, and perish in the day of vengeance. Right? And I'm gonna jump over to Ecclesiastes chapter 9 and verse number 12. It says, for man also knoweth not his time, as the fishes are taken in the evil net. Right, when the fishes are swimming, going about, they see that lure. They don't know that they about to get yanked up, man. Right? They don't know that, hey, they about to be fooled for somebody tonight. They don't know that. Or they would have eschewed evil as Job did. They would have went the other way. They see the net coming in, they'd have swam away. Hey, they don't know these things, just like the man doesn't know, hey, when that Lord is coming back to visit him, right? When he's coming to check if that fruit is on that tree or not, right? It says, and as the birds are caught in a snare, right? So are the sons of men snared in an evil time. You're going to be caught in chief wickedness, man. So that's why when you think about sin, you have to think that that's going to be your last time. When sin creeps into your mind, and you say, well, it's just one time, that could be your last. Because that's when the Lord is going to catch you and take everything from you. It says, when if it falleth suddenly upon them. So it's going to be quick. Like the brother said, hey, it's going to be upon that one day and upon that 1 hour, right? And I'm going to get this last one real quick in the book of Matthew, chapter 24 and verse number 44. It says, therefore be ye also ready, for in such an hour as ye think not, the Son of Man cometh. So that hour again that it says it all throughout the scriptures. You would be a fool to just say, hey, the Lord doesn't see you, right? When you cast the Lord behind, you close the Bible, right? You take your fringes off. When you see all this coming, you better call it, brother. You better get on your hands and knees and start praying, right? Because that's the time when the Lord is going to visit you. He's not visiting you when you're on a 7-day fast. Your fruit is abundant, man. He's not coming to you then. Satan's not going to say, go check him out right now. Satan's not going to bring up an occasion when you're roaring and on fire. He's going to bring it up when you're low. So that's why even when you're feeling low through the spirit, you may be battling, you still have to get everything that you got. You still got to be fervently praying. If you're slacking in one area, well, you better make up for it in another, right? It says, who then is who then is a faithful and wise servant, whom his Lord hath made ruler over his household, to give them meat in due season. Blessed is that servant whom his Lord, when he cometh, shall find doing so. So when the Lord comes back to reap, you're going to be blessed if he finds you in that fast. You're going to be blessed if he finds you reading, finds you in the midst of prayer, right? Teaching the sheep. Blessed are those men. That's why you have to abide in good works. You can't have bad works and corrupt works in these last days, because that's when the Lord is going to visit you. Right? But I yield with that.
God. So, but with that, giving all praises, glory, and honor to the Most High God Yahweh, by Shema Mashiach, Wamalaki, Yahweh Shai.
Come on.
Shalom.